All right, look, a lot of business owners know their stuff really well, but they freeze up or they start to overthink things when it comes time to making content like this. And there's only 3 things that you really need to do with your video content like this in order to actually get followers and then turn those followers into leads, and then those leads become new customers or clients for your business. So most people will overthink, and I get it. They're just creating content, they're beginning to, and they want to make a lot of content for the followers that they turn into leads and then into buyers. So the 3 things that most people are missing is, first, they are missing consistency in their content. And that consistency is lacking them from creating consistent content that people keep seeing time and time again, which then leads to number 2, trust. And trust is the number 1 thing that you want as a business owner in order to actually convert followers into leads and then into customers, because most people don't have much trust online, which when they don't have trust online, then people don't know about them enough to be open to what they have to offer. So people always ask me, like, what kind of content should I be making, or how should I be turning followers into leads and then into buyers? Like, is that even possible? Yes, it's possible, because people are doing it online all the time. And why can't you for your business? So number 3 is authority. You start to get authority with all the content that you're making, the trust that you're building, and people see you so much that when you start running ads and start paying for ads on Meta, or let's say TikTok, right? You're paying for ads on Facebook or Instagram. Now your advertising cost goes down because you got so much content out there. People trust you. People have seen you before. They see that you're consistent. They trust you. They know you're an authority because you know your stuff. Now your advertising cost goes down because they see you so much. You got a foundation of content. And that foundation of content helps lower your cost per lead, because when people see your ad that you're not paying for, they are now like, okay, like, I've seen this person before, right? Let's check out what they got. And if you get them curious enough on what it is that you offer, the cost per lead goes down so much more than if you weren't to have that foundation of content. Because when you don't have a foundation of content, people typically don't trust you as much because they don't see that you're consistent. Therefore, you're definitely not an authority because you're not consistent and there's no trust. When you're consistent and there's trust, people now have a reason to look at you like an expert or an authority, because they see that, wow, this guy's been making content for the past few years. Like, he knows what he's talking about because he keeps making content about this topic. And he's got the solutions to my problems because he obviously is just so consistent with the content that he makes. Let's say you help realtors sell more deals, or you help realtors close more deals. Well, let's say you make a bunch of content on that, and now realtors look at you like, okay, he's an expert because he's so consistent with the content. That's why you need these 3 things in your content to actually convert followers into leads, and then those leads go into buyers. Because when you have consistency, you have trust, and then you are an authority with all that content, you now are the go-to expert for what it is that you do in business. And people keep seeing you time and time again, and you're either educating them or entertaining them, one of those 2. And you can do a mix of both as well. But when they keep seeing you time and time and time again, you can now advertise and start printing money with advertising, because it's so much easier and it's so much of a low cost to you because of your consistency online. And I look at content like little pieces of real estate online, because you got so much little pieces of real estate content, aka content, right? You got so much pieces of real estate out there that are there, and they're there forever, and they could keep generating new followers, and then eventually those followers turn into leads, right? You just have to nurture them correctly. And most people think it's almost impossible to turn followers into leads and then into buyers. Like, they don't think that they can get customers from social media, but let me tell you, that's exactly what I do for clients. I literally help them turn those followers into leads and then into buyers. So we first create a foundation of content. That foundation of content is step one. We create a foundation of content, let's say 30 days worth of content, which honestly, 30 days is definitely not enough. You want to be even more consistent than that. But let's say you got 30 days worth of video content, and now we go on to step two, which now we start retargeting the people that watch 50% or more of your video content, and we retarget them with an ad saying, hey, buy our stuff, right? Or take the next step to buy our stuff, right? Or here's something for free to get you to buy our stuff. In essence, that's what you're saying. And now they are more open to you because they see that you got a record of content. They see that you've been showing up, that you've been consistent for at least 30 days. And they know that, okay, this person is consistent. They know what they're talking about. They're giving me value. And they start to be open a little bit more. They're open to you more than the person that they click on their profile and they don't see any content. They don't see anything. They're like, is this person a scam or who are they? That's really what I help clients with the most, because when they start to run ads, now they got a better cost. They got a higher quality lead when they start running ads because of their foundation content, right? And on top of that, we can run ads for a longer time because we get a quicker ROI on the ads because, again, it's higher quality leads. The ads are performing better because whenever someone finds you through an ad that you post, they're gonna do one of two things. They're either gonna ignore that ad and be like, this shit's not for me. Or what they're gonna do is they're gonna check out your profile and then they're gonna be like, who is this person? Let's check out what they got. Let's see what they do. Let's check them out. You got them curious enough to be like, who is this person? So they check you out, and that's where it makes or breaks. That's where it's like, okay, they're legit. They got a solid record of content. They got valuable content. I like what they are talking about. I like what they show, right? Or they're gonna be like, well, there's no content here. Are they a scam? Are they a real profile, right? That's why that foundation of content matters so much. That foundation of content may not get you clients right away, and it's okay. But it's the first step to getting clients. And that's really where it comes in as far as making sure that you got a solid presence. Making sure that you got a solid presence first and you got a foundation of content. Because when you start running ads, it's gonna be so much easier, so much smoother than if you had no content at all and then you're running ads and you're like, why are my ads not converting? Why do I got such a high advertising cost, right? The foundation of content is so crucial. It really is. And you may be like, what do I even talk about? Like, what type of content do I even make? That's the easiest part. Most people get stuck. They overthink. Like, they're like, I don't know what to make content about. Like, I know I need to make content, right? Everyone knows they need to make video content. And they know that video content is the way, that social media is the way, right? It's the new way, whether you like it or not. It's a new way of getting clients. So why wouldn't you do it, right? They're like, what do I make content about? Well, what questions is your audience asking? What questions are your customers asking you every week? Well, they're asking me this, this, and that. These are like the top 3 questions. Okay, well, you got 3 videos right there. Each question is a video that you can talk about. Answering their questions through video, just like I'm answering whatever question you have about content right now. I'm doing what I preach, this type of video content. So whatever you get asked about from your potential customers, make videos about that. And I promise you, if you stay consistent, I can guarantee that you will get some interest in the door. And now you can run an ad that's called a follow me ad. And this follow me ad is you giving value, right? You giving value to your audience, you answering those questions, and then you saying, Follow me if you want more tips or more advice on this same topic. And people will start following you. And guess what? Those are leads right there. You can start a conversation with those people that follow you because obviously they have some interest in what you're talking about as far as your business goes. So once they follow you, you can send a DM, start a DM there, and then you can start a DM me ad as well. If you want more information on this, just DM me the word blank and I'll send you more information on that. So these typical ads work so well, but when the foundation of content is there, because people need to trust you. They're not just gonna click on your ad because, oh, I like what he's saying, this and that, right? I like what he's saying, I like his offer. People are gonna do a Google sniff test on you. They're gonna check out your Instagram, your TikTok, your social medias. They're gonna check out who you are. And if you pass that sniff test, then they're gonna be like, okay, like he seems legit. Let's buy his shit. Or let's see what this is about. Excuse me. And when you get that trust from them, I promise you things become so much easier. Like they do for me. So this is what I do for clients. And most clients love the outcome. They love the result. I worked with an HVAC company and I filmed a bunch of videos for them for their monthly content. And they loved it because they know that's the new way. That video content is the way. For when they run ads, now they have a trust factor, a foundation there. So if this is helpful for you, just let me know and I can make more content as far as this goes. Or if there's something you want help on, let me know and I'll make more content based around that. All right, good luck.